Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast, brought to you by Lucky Duck. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world-famous Andy Shaver. How you doing, Andy?
Raider! Power, Jeff. In honor of Texas Tech, we're winning third consecutive national title in meat judging. Fucking proud. I'm a proud alum today, Jeff. That's 8.
Since what year?
2010.
I think 2011.
We're fucking dynasty. 2011 makes it sound better, Jeff.
Yep. Y'all are a meat judging school.
That's right. We are a anything after football season school.
Y'all are bowl eligible. Texas isn't even bowl eligible.
That's right. That's how we do it up there in Raiderland.
Y'all got a new football coach. Do you like him?
I have no idea who he is.
Joey McGuire. I think he's really got a pretty good resume, too.
Well,
he was a good high school coach. Went to Baylor.
Oh, boy, that's really what we need, a good high school coach.
Art Brawls was a high school coach. Went to college.
And look where he's at now.
Okay, whatever. Well, them jackasses y'all have hired before, Cliff Kingsbury wasn't the answer.
He was a good coach. He had a good resume.
What?
He had a good resume.
He was a good coach.
He was an offensive guru. Listen to me. It is an era of good-looking head coach. What's he done with the Arizona Cardinals? It is an
They've
era.
lost 2 of their last 3.
It is an era of good-looking, offensive-minded head coaches. That's what sells tickets. That's what the fans want.
Yeah, guy watches football. Nobody could give to. Yeah, that's why can't people watch Kansas City for Andy Reid, huh?
Well, they watch him for that other Texas Tech product and Patrick Mahomes. That's right.
Bill
Jeff.
Belichick. That people watch them because of Bill Belichick, right?
Bill Belichick. Nobody's watching. Bill
I'm telling you
Belichick.
right now, if you're
Nobody.
sleeping on New England right now, you might be fucking up because
everybody is.
I think they're the dark horse right now in the AFC.
They're very, very good. Who
Yeah.
would have thunk Mac Jones? Take me back to April. Mac Jones is the most pro-ready quarterback coming out of the draft.
Well, San Francisco wanted to draft him, but I think their owner overrode them and made them draft Trey Lance.
Your phone is ringing.
It's okay.
Spam?
No, it's someone that's selling something that sells something to us. I can't remember. Hold on. That's one of our.
It's one of our reps.
Hello.
Better mute him.
Anyways.
Anyway, we all know.
Bill Belichick. Tom Brady is a great quarterback, the greatest.
The greatest of all time.
Not arguing that at all. But they also won because they had a lot of good defenses.
If Aaron Rodgers had played with that defense,
He'd won a couple Super Bowls.
they'd probably have 3 more Super Bowls.
He'd have 3 more, or they would have 3 more.
The organization of New England.
So you're saying Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady?
I'm saying Aaron Rodgers would have won all of the Super Bowls that Tom Brady did, plus the ones he lost.
I don't know about that.
Jeff?
Was Tom Brady playing defense against Philadelphia? Does Aaron Rodgers play defense against Philadelphia? They didn't lose that Super Bowl because of Tom Brady. They lost because of their defense. But the rest of them, they won because of their defense too. Anyways,
David Tyree
I would not go as far as to say that they would have won any more than they already won. But Bill Belichick's a really good coach, and I think Bill Belichick's team is going to be a big shock come playoff time. They've gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Really. And look at the
Solid
players
team.
they've lost. I mean, Jesus, they lost Stephen Gilmore still.
Yep.
So, anyways, I think they're going to be pretty good.
Who'd have thought?
Let's talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk everything, world and everything. Odell Beckham Jr. is a freaking cancer. The Rams pretty much guaranteed. I've changed my pick from the Rams going to the Super Bowl now. When they signed Odell Beckham, they're going to be lucky to make the playoffs now. Probably. No, they'll probably win that division.
Caused Matthew Stafford a pick last night.
No, Matthew Stafford did that by throwing the ball
Trying
too
to
damn deep.
force feed Odell.
Yeah, Odell's not it. Odell's not the answer, and I think that I'm switching my Super Bowl pick from the Rams to the Packers now.
Go Pack! What
And
a
the
fucking
Cowboys
great day!
and the Cowboys are my second.
What
team
a
now.
great day! We got the Packers organization getting some love. We got Red Raiders just winning national title after national title, stacking up that trophy haul.
Yeah, you build a
It's
lot.
a good day.
You build a lot of fancy buildings winning meat championships. So should they have a sign instead of Marcia Sharp Freeway? Who's the professor that leads this meat judging team?
That's a good question.
Well, Andy, you don't know?
Let's give him some love.
I mean, shouldn't he get a street named after him?
He should, for sure.
I mean, it's kind of like the is it the volleyball coach at Nebraska that's so good?
Yeah, Blake loves him.
Yeah, I mean, but at least Blake knows his
Texas
name.
Meat judging. I bet that the line to get into a meat judging class at Texas Tech is around the building. It is around Broadway, down 19th Street, and back up.
We have a local kid that's on one of those, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think the Minzer kid from Haskell's on the meat judging team.
Let me see. Third straight national title. Now, why? I don't understand why it's not getting any love from any other organization.
It's because it's a meat judging contest, and the only people it matters to is people in the country. I think it's something they should be very proud of. Those kids worked hard, got no problem with it.
Hell yeah, we should.
I think it's a great deal. But
Dr. Mark Miller, he was there when Sports Illustrated did an article on him in 2019.
well, there you go.
This was at the
Why don't you
dynasty.
contact Dr. Miller and see if we can get him on the podcast? You're a Tech alum, and get him on here with us, and we can talk about meat judging because I have no idea. I have been judging meat for a long time, but it's been the wrong way of judging meat.
I have a feeling we would have nothing to talk about. He would talk over our heads.
Why? We had a guy on here that developed the Ebola vaccine. We did okay talking to him, and he was a little smarter than both of us.
That makes way more sense to me than meat judging.
So you don't
Like,
think,
listen, infectious diseases, that's right up my alley. I went to Texas Tech.
Well, there you go. It's meat judging too. So you think that smelling meat is not a good way of judging it?
No. No. If you're sniff testing, you've missed a couple steps. Yeah, I just don't understand it. Lubbock's the only thing that's
Well, nobody else gives a shit about it.
It should be in
Lubbock.
the Fort Worth Star.
I don't think nobody reads newspapers anymore.
It's in Texas Monthly. That's good.
Yeah. No. Liberal
Beautiful.
rag. Okay.
Beautiful.
What do you think about,
What is that?
first of all, I stand with Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm going to say that right now. I don't know what happened. They're fixing to come out today with
What's your prediction?
that he's going to get off on everything.
You think
should.
so?
Yeah, he should get off on everything.
I don't.
You don't? What do you think they're going to do to him?
They're going to throw the book at him. Just because of what we live in.
I don't think so. The kid defended himself to the letter of the law. He shot a guy that was a pedophile that had raped some kids. I mean, that had attacked him twice, and he shot and killed him. The guy pointed a gun at him, and he shot him. I don't even know if that's the one he killed. I think that's when he blew his arm off or something.
Vaporized his bicep.
And people are like, it just amazes me how the left only says what they want to hear. And now, yesterday, this is what the stupidest shit I've heard of on the whole thing is. Yesterday, come out and said, if you have black employees, you need to let them off a couple of days to be able to process this, the verdict, whatever it was. There wasn't a fucking black person shot.
Yeah, he only shot 3 white people.
Yeah, so what does that have to do with? And now Black Lives Matter's all there, and they're going around. They're just looking for an excuse to steal shit. Black Lives Matter is a horrible organization, and for our media to prop it up is bullshit. And maybe if we had a few more guys popping people that were fucking rioting and looting, there'd be a little less rioting and looting going on.
Might not be so excited to get out there and burn shit down next time.
No, it's bullshit. But Black Lives Matter. It's not. Why don't they go to Chicago and fucking with the little kids that get shot innocently each week? Where are they at there? Do those black people not count? Do only now it's white people that get shot for being a bunch of fuckheads. That's who they go take over for now.
Is the one kid, is he going to get charges brought up on him? Because he's a felon. He had a firearm.
Who?
The other guy that did not die.
Probably not. They don't care about that.
I did see that MSNBC cut away from the live broadcast when the defense gave their closing argument.
Of course they did. That's the
But
way
they showed the prosecutor.
It's so one-sided, and people put up that shit. Who fuck watches MSNBC? If you're listening to us and you watch MSNBC, fucking quit listening to us because you have no reason to listen to us. MSNBC's a bunch
Maybe
of
they do, Jeff.
It's absolutely stupid the way that the way our world is working right now. I mean, it's horrible. But that Joy Reid up there, she's a fucking big racist.
Joy.
the black lady. She's always talking shit about white people.
Oh.
But and another thing is they talk about him. Well, he traveled across state lines. Yeah, his grandma, his dad lives there. They've never told us that before. But his parents, his dad and his grandparents live in Kenosha. So yes, he crossed state lines all the time to go visit them.
Well, I can't find their MSNBC's ratings.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about myself, Andy.
What for?
I've crossed the state lines, go casino once a week.
Yeah?
And I usually have a gun with me.
You're not supposed to.
So why?
Well, I don't know. Oklahoma might be a reciprocity state.
But why shouldn't I have a gun?
Oh, and I had a guy message me. I was correct. It's called soaking the bull. Whenever it's a shoot clock, and it is called soaking the bull.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just
You
never
get
heard of
on
it.
there and you soak the bull.
Never heard of that. I did see that message though.
What is this?
What are we looking at?
Hogging is a horrifying sex competition that some fraternities engage in, and people are finally talking about it.
Well, hold on. Let me guess. Whoever sleeps with the biggest girl.
A competition, usually between a group of men, that involves, this is from Urban Dictionary, that involves going to a bar frat house party. Participants go in with the direct intention of hooking up with the fattest girl at the party. The guy who bags the fattest wins. I went hogging out at Rusty's Last Chance last weekend with Jim and Earl and bagged a 250-pounder.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about this right now since we're bringing this up.
And I guess there's a fat girl that's upset about it.
I don't understand what the problem is. Because let me tell you something. As a boy that was kind of heavy as I got older, if I would have been heavy when I was younger like that, and the hot sorority chicks would have come and had a competition to sleep who could sleep with the fattest guy, win-win, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, that's the way to go. So what's the problem?
I don't know. They're upset about it. You're not
Why?
you're not supposed to be hogging.
Says who?
Not supposed to be hogging.
Who sets these stupid rules?
Well, Jeff, it probably hurts
So-
their feelings.
Well,
knowing
so
that they were a part of
They probably would have had their feelings hurt worse if they wouldn't have slept with them.
probably part of a prank.
So she slept with a guy, and now she's mad at him for only sleeping with her because she was fat.
Oh, I don't know.
But that was the only thing that she had that made him want to sleep with her, right? Is that correct?
Shit, I guess. It's a competition, Jeff.
What a competition. But flip it around where some hot chicks were going chubby chasing for guys, there
Right.
wouldn't be a guy whining about the shit. Motherfucker would be like, pass me another jelly roll.
What are the Packers doing here?
What do you mean?
They're going after their fans. $90 million in faux stock offering to fan base.
Oh, I know they're selling a bunch of stock at $300 a piece.
They're wanting 300,000. I guess
300,000
300,000 are set, so it would be $90 million. And
Are you going to buy one?
why the fuck would I do that?
I don't understand what it is anyways. Can you sell the stock once you buy it?
And what continues to be one of the greatest marketing schemes in NFL history, the Green Bay Packers are set to offer 300,000 stock shares to fans on Tuesday. But as the franchise has explained the previous 5 times it created such a sale, the stock is essentially nothing more than a piece of team memorabilia, or given its lack of utility, a paper version of cryptocurrency that can't be spent anywhere.
Who is cashing in on the Packers then?
What do you mean?
Well, every
the
NFL
organization.
team is worth the Green Bay Packers probably are worth $5 to $10 billion. That franchise,
They're going to be worth $90 million more after 300,000 rubes send them $300.
right? But what I'm saying is they're worth the worth of the Packers is probably $5 to $10 billion if I'm guessing, and it may be more than that even. But I think if you had 10, it would take you $10 billion to be able to buy that franchise, which it's not for sale. But who's getting paid off of this? Like Jerry Jones owns the Dallas Cowboys. Even though the public owns it, there's got to be somebody that's cashing in on the Green Bay Packers. I mean, is there a board of directors on it that have been together forever?
Do you think it'll go to like the benevolent fund and they just like start building?
That's a hell of a building they're doing.
Well, I don't know.
But I'm just saying, you think about that kind of money to be that kind of wealth that don't have anywhere that it goes.
$2.63 billion.
What is what it's worth?
The Green Bay Packers are the 27th most valuable sports franchise in the world.
Okay, I'll bet you that you couldn't buy them for $5 billion.
They're not for sale.
No, but if they were, you couldn't buy them for $5 billion.
Probably not.
But who is the head person that's? I mean, there's somebody that's doing. There's some group of people that's got together and said, let's raise $90 million. Who's
Right.
getting paid? Who's the Green Bay Packers' most highest paid employee? Is it Mark Murphy?
Aaron Rodgers, probably.
Well,
telling me
you're
somebody's
probably-
making more than
Look and see. Jerry Jones makes more money than Dak Prescott does because he owns it. There's got to be somebody that's got a controlling interest that makes some kind of decision, or a board of directors that gets paid. Don't you think so? It can't be just a public entity that nobody gets no money off of.
I'll be home. The Green Bay Packers Board of Directors is an organization that serves as the owner of records for the Green Bay Packers. Mark Murphy is the president. I don't know. It doesn't say.
I wonder what their salary is. That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's a team that's got to be making all kinds of profit every year. You know that, but if nobody's taking any money out of it other than just upper management, they got a shitload of money in the bank somewhere.
Fucking Wall Street Journal. Click on you to read an article, and you make me pay. I'm not doing that. So, like, COVID. This, they're calling it a stock, but it's not a stock. It's not anything. It's just you're giving us $300 to give us $300.
Yeah, you're being able to brag to your friends that you own part of the Green Bay Packers.
But while the team likes to publicly push the term stock and call it an offering, in reality, it's more along the lines of a $90 million GoFundMe account. And this particular round of solicited donations comes at the interesting financial peak for the franchise following a 2020 report that saw Green Bay post a record $70 million in operating profits, as well as a record $507 million in total revenue. That apparently isn't enough to cover the Packers' future plans, necessitating the raising of another $90 million for the fan base. So I guess they're planning on adding on to the stadium or something. They don't have enough money. Sometimes you got to pass that plate around, Jeff. You can't be too proud. Look in there. See, you only got a couple fives and maybe some shitty ones. Hey, we're going around again, boys and girls. Dig down deep. Get the change out. If it fucking jingles, it can go in the offering plate.
Did they say they made $70 million last year?
In operating profits, yes.
And then they need $90 million more now.
$500 million in total revenue, and they need a little bump. Little bump. Do you wish that the NFL didn't have salary cap?
No.
No?
It would be ruined without salary cap.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why doesn't baseball go to a salary cap?
Who cares?
But, I mean, if you say it
they have a salary cap, but then
they do now?
But they have a salary cap, but then they have what they call God dang, what's it called? It's a fine when you go over it. You can go over the salary cap, but you got to pay a tax, a sin tax or some shit. I don't. NFL would be horrible because all your talent would be based on 4 or 5 teams. One of the things that makes the NFL great is a parity.
Oh, and there's been plenty of that this year.
And they have a hard cap.
I got knocked out of the Survivor Pool round like that.
Well,
thanks a lot, Miami Dolphins.
But I think that I think them having a salary cap is good for the NFL. If not, what do you think would keep Jerry Jones from having 22 All-Pros on his team?
Nothing.
Or Bob Kraft or any of those teams would do that shit. That's the way they do things. Your Green Bay Packers would be in trouble.
Oh, yeah, they would because they don't spend fucking dime.
No. So, but they're always competitive. Now, they've also been fortunate to have 2 back-to-back franchise quarterbacks.
So, yeah, evidently this is just going to be some little relic that people can do whatever with for $300. Go figure.
I don't
see what the appeal is. You're not getting season tickets. What's the waiting list now? I wonder if I should put Reese on there. Maybe he'll get some.
Season tickets?
Yeah.
I think it's like 60, 70 years maybe.
Oh, he'll live that long.
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
But who knows if it even comes up again.
Nope, 30 years long. 130,000 names.
And in 30 years it'll go through that?
With an approximate waiting time of 30 years after you're putting your name on the list.
Wow.
I should have done that 10 years ago. I'd be 20 years away.
Yep. To go to a game that you'd get to go once a year to.
I'd go all the time.
All the time. But no, the NFL needs a salary cap. I think that's what's made the NFL good. I mean, just think about it. A couple years ago, Cincinnati was sucked for a long time, and now Cincinnati is a very competitive team. Dallas Let's talk about Dallas. People in Dallas, they think they're competitive every year, when in reality is they've won 3 playoff games in 25 years. They're competitive now because they've done some really good drafting for the last 5, 6, 7 years. So they've made themselves a competitive football team. The Niners went down. They're back up again. The Arizona Cardinals, they got Kyler Murray. He's made a big difference. I think he's very overrated right now. But, and then you got teams like the Jets that can't get their own fucking way.
They never will. It's not their style. Not their style. NFL in the NBA has a salary cap also. So
yeah, but that's the biggest bunch of shit ever, because the NBA, you get 3 maxed out contracts and they go get all their buddies and they play together. What's funny is the Lakers are not very good this year, and that's what they thought they were going to be. LeBron and all them guys, but they're getting old now. But you see very many teams that build from within, that keep promoting from within. And Green Bay is one of those teams, and it's good with your fan base. Fan bases don't like change,
Oh, no.
They don't like to see their players get really good then go somewhere. Like Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. I think both of them are probably going to re-sign with Green Bay this year when the season's over. They could also end up at Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That would be a good place to go if I was Aaron Rodgers, would be Pittsburgh. I don't think New Orleans is where I would want to go. But New Orleans is another team. That would probably be my second pick. But those would be about the only 2 teams I could see them going to together. Maybe Denver. But people, if Rodgers leaves, Devontae Adams, I think, is going where he goes. Do you think that too?
Probably so.
And so I think
their package deal.
I think they end up both staying at Green Bay.
Oh, they're coming after Jared Goff now.
What did he do?
He's terrible.
He's not very good.
Saying Colin Kaepernick can do a better job.
That's bullshit.
You don't think so?
No, and I think Cam Newton is going to be a fucking bust within 3 weeks.
Jeff, give me a break.
Do you think Cam Newton's the real deal?
I don't know. But it is time to buy Doge because it has dipped 13%.
What do you think? Tony, go buy $500 worth of Doge real quick.
Time to buy the dip.
Doge, D-O-G-E.
Buy the dip.
So what do you think you really think Cam Newton is going to be a difference maker?
MVP. Second half MVP,
shit.
Jeff.
No way.
Second half MVP.
I'll bet Cam Newton. We got 8 games left.
Panthers.
Do they have 8 games left?
Yep.
I'll bet in the next 8 games, I'll bet Cam Newton don't throw 12 touchdowns, and I bet he throws 10-plus interceptions in the next 8 games if he's quarterbacking the whole time.
Panthers to the moon.
So you're telling me right now and everybody else that you think the Panthers are going to make the playoffs now with Cam Newton?
They might win the South. They might just do it, Jeff.
You look like a dumbass.
They might just do it.
So you really honestly believe Cam Newton?
Cam is back, baby.
Yeah. You heard my prediction.
5-5. They're only 2 games out of first place, Jeff.
5-5. They got 8 games left. I'll bet
Buccaneers are 6-3.
I'll bet in the next 8 games they go 4-4. I'm going to give them 4-4, which put them 9-9. And I don't think they can win. He's not any good. He wasn't good the last time around. He come in the other day and he played on the 1-yard line and he ran the ball in from 1. He's a big guy, can run the ball a little bit. Cordell Patterson, and he threw the ball on the 1-yard line, and that was it. He can't drive him down the field though.
We'll see.
He's not any good on 2nd and 8 and 3rd and 12s.
I'm just too jazzed up about my Red Raiders.
Let's skip on that. Let's talk about goose hunting a minute ago. We started goose hunting this weekend. We've hunted 4 mornings. We've had 4 good hunts. We've had 3 mornings of wind and 1 without. Is that right?
Today there wasn't much wind. Yesterday, I don't remember a ton. One day was very windy.
Yeah, Texas has been
Tough.
Texas has been good for us to start. There's no birds in Oklahoma where we hunt at hardly, and not a lot of birds in Oklahoma. I don't think till you get to northern Oklahoma. We need some winter. We don't have any winter on the forecast really.
It'll get down into the 50s.
And we get 35 or 34 on Friday morning here.
You know we've not had a freeze yet?
I know that.
Crazy.
Yeah, November 17th now? 16th, 17th? It's November 16th and not a freeze.
You look at the 10-day forecast, there's not one. Have we ever gone into December without a freeze that you remember?
Probably went all year with that one.
You think so?
Probably.
We have.
Probably.
Really?
No, I don't. I don't know that. I don't know that.
Could you imagine being a cotton farmer like 75 years ago and needing that defoliation, that freeze to defoliate your cotton plant?
No, that has happened probably close to Christmas time before. Usually our first freeze is November 4th is historically our average. So I'm sure there's been years we've gotten close to Thanksgiving, but usually about the turkey day we've had our freeze.
Yeah.
And this year it's not looking like we're going to get one.
Nope.
Now, they keep doubling down on it getting cold up north, and I hope it does. Let's look at mine. We're going to go by NOAA today. NOAA, high wind warning, high 28 on Wednesday, 14, 31, 40 again, and then 38, 25 and blustery on Sunday, 28 Monday, 31 Tuesday. So right in the deals like they normally do, and then it gets above freezing again. But if they get a little snow on the ground and it keeps staying right at 30 or 40 and lower, it'll start adding up a little bit of snow.
Another year where I buy new shit and not even going to get to use it.
No, you will when you go somewhere in February skiing.
Jeff,
it's 90. It's 90 degrees outside right now.
Yeah. Can you believe
crazy.
it?
90, 63 for a high tomorrow, which is fucking 30 degrees cooler. 36 for a low, 58 Thursday, 66 Friday, 77 Saturday, and then the highs in the 50s on Monday again.
It's that harp, right, Tony?
H-A-A-R-P.
H-A-A-R-P.
Don't start on that shit.
Or is it H-A-R-R-P? H-A-R-P-P.
I don't know.
H-A-A-R-P. They're controlling that weather, Jeff. See, what they know is they know Tony has come out against them, so they're punishing us. That's what it is. That's what it is, Jeff. Don't you think? They've read Tony's post, and they're like, you know what, fuck him. He's a goose hunter. Warm weather for you. Don't you think so?
Tony. So it's Tony's fault?
That's what I'm saying. They read his Facebook post, and they realize he's a conservative. They're like, you're going to get hot weather.
Everybody can't hear you on air because you're not by microphone, but what do you think happens in the verdict today?
I think there's going to be big riots, and they're going to burn the town down.
No, I said
Yay
the
or nay?
verdict.
Lock him up, free and clear?
No, they're going to probably find him guilty on one of the other two lower charges, just so they can say they didn't give him a free ride, but it's probably free on everything.
I think we're getting to a real breaking point in our country where people are had enough shit, and it's not people like us because we've had enough shit a long time, but the conservative people in the big cities have had enough of this shit. They're tired of this crap.
How's it racist?
Sick and tired.
We've already talked about that. We've already talked. You can't be a racist if you shoot two white people. But people are tired of this shit. They're tired. They want to go to work. They want normalcy. They're sick of fucking masks. They're sick of this fucking vaccine bullshit. Tired of it.
Tired, boss. Just tired.
And especially the people that are in the free state of Texas and other free states.
Yeah. Hey, after our conversation with Ty Hockett, I saw that there's a gel that they inject in mice and paralyzed mice, gave them the ability to walk again.
What were they paralyzed from, though?
Well, fuck, I don't know. Jeff, I'm a headline reader.
Well, you got to try to read the article.
I don't read I don't have time to read the article.
Did they have a spinal injury? Was it in their brain? I mean, there's different things that have happened. They've come a long way with spinal injuries. I didn't know people that were in wheelchairs could have kids.
Yes.
Well, I know that now, but I did not know that before. Did you?
This injectable gel reverse paralysis in mice. Human could be next.
Well, that would be wonderful.
Paralysis might one day, I'll put it up there on the big screen for you.
Where do you get this background at? Is this like
I don't know.
Pride
Jeff.
Month or something?
I don't know. It's what Apple gives me whenever I put it up there. Currently, there are no therapeuticals to trigger spinal cord regeneration. What does it say?
It's basically saying there's a gel they can give you because stem cells have not proven to work, and the spinal cord cannot fix itself. And this here is a scaffolding of cells in the spinal wall.
Well, yeah, you just.
I read faster than you do, and I read down real fast.
The new gel is designed to act as a kind of scaffolding for the cells, is what it's supposed to do, Jeff.
Yes, I said that. The trigger nerve cell and blood
This
vessel.
continues. The story continues. But to
it says it's not very expensive to produce, so it'll never happen then.
Oh yeah, they'll never do that.
Do you know how we know the vaccine doesn't work?
Because everybody
it's free
has
or
COVID?
cheap.
Oh.
If it worked, it would be expensive.
No, I
Like
disagree.
cancer treatment.
I disagree.
Do you?
Ivermectin is cheap.
Well, they don't count that as a cure, but it is
that's
it's
why.
the best cure it is. They
The
don't want you to take it.
the vaccine costs a lot of money to produce. Ivermectin's already around. It's cheap. It's inexpensive. It's readily available.
They didn't figure on ivermectin ruined their whole system on this deal.
So this will never see the light of day, especially if it's cheap. And big
That's right.
pharma, the big fucking man, can't make any dough off of it.
And
They're going to keep it away, man.
That's why the vaccine keeps going over and over, and it don't work because they can make a little bit of money on it. But if the vaccine really, really worked like it's supposed to, like they give it to you and it didn't work anymore, it would be expensive. Because Big Pharma is all about making the money, and they own all the fucking politicians, and they own Washington, D.C.
But this does not say what the mice were paralyzed from.
Right.
Like, does it regenerate? Like, if your spinal cord is severed, does it regenerate that? I don't know.
They also said that they think it will help repair brain tissues affected by stroke or neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's.
This will never see the light of day. It's too good to be true. Too good to be true. They'll bury it.
Did you ever see that video of that kid that was like 17 years old that invented this? It was a protein or something they shoved in the body like after a gunshot or a stabbing deal and automatically sealed up the wounds.
I think that thing got like debunked or something. Yeah, I think I do remember seeing it. Like fills up, like
it just seals
like
it.
that Flex Seal shit.
Yes, basically, but
Yeah.
but it's a protein that's made out of something. He was 17 years old and he come up with it. And like if a stab wound, they could shoot it in there and it would seal everything up.
But I think,
Did they say it didn't work?
well, I think it was a pain in the ass to like fix the problem permanently. Because from what I remember, because this was a long time ago, I think they had a hard time like removing that stuff to like get to the problem.
Well,
See what I'm saying?
yeah. That, when I was younger, 25 years ago, they just come out with this new way of fixing strokes. Where if you got to the hospital within 45 minutes to an hour, they could do what's it called when a lady's pregnant and they do it in their back?
Ultrasound?
No,
Pap
the shot
smear.
in the back. Fuck, not pop. Epidural.
Epidural.
They've got an epidural type procedure. They could go to the brain and they could figure out where the blood clot is, and they could go and fix it, and it would be 100% curable.
Right.
But before that, they couldn't do that, and that's been some medicine. So now, if you have a stroke and they get to it within 2 or 3 hours, a lot of times they can fix exactly what the problem was.
Huh. I will take epidural for 500. Aaron Rodgers. Do you think that there's going to come a time where we get to live forever?
No,
We're already adding
I think the Bible says that, Andy.
big time life expectancy. Yeah, but they live to be, what'd Tech say? 120 is the year
Well,
you're
you
supposed to
said
die?
forever, and now we're talking 120. So make up your mind. We're going to live forever. We're going to live to 120.
Forever.
No,
Do you want to live forever?
no,
You don't want to live forever?
fuck no.
Really? If you could maintain your level of
Right now,
status,
I'm not worried about status. If I could live to be, well, could you imagine what you'd accumulate over a 500-year period?
I'm telling you. Imagine how rich they'll be.
If I could be like I am right now for another 50 years, I'd be happy.
But you wouldn't. Well, I'm asking 200
No,
years.
probably not. I mean, it depends. If you have all your loved ones and stuff with you, yeah, why wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, Jeff, this isn't going to be just
But
one
God
person.
Almighty, could you imagine Christmas time 200 years?
Yeah.
565 fucking grandkids to buy for. It'd be expensive.
Well, you're going to have accumulated all this wealth.
Could you imagine the overpopulation this country would have? That'd be a major problem. We've already accumulated it, or overpopulated it now. No, I would not want to live that much longer.
If I could keep it up, I would want to. You'd have to wonder what the rules would be. 2 kids max? You'd have to.
You couldn't do 2 kids max even.
You don't
Maybe
think so?
one.
One?
No. If everybody lived 500 years, could you imagine how much overpopulation it would be?
I didn't think about that.
I mean, we've lost Dad and we've lost Charlie. So in our family, we've lost 2 grandparents. Well, and we've had four grandkids.
Whew.
So do the math before long. What would happen?
Not good.
I mean,
It's not sustainable.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We need death.
We'd run out of tomatoes.
Keep them dying. Keep them dying. I'm fine with it.
Any change? How's it worked out with you and the new guides?
It's fine.
No problems?
No.
Things been pretty smooth so far.
We've hunted 4 days. We've killed 4 limits of birds. Everything's fine.
It's been a good time. Good start.
I don't know. Stoner and I were talking about that today because we are the authority on killing geese around here.
Okay.
We just are.
You and Josh are.
Me and Josh.
Okay.
Nobody else. I can't. The hunts have lasted 30 minutes. Like, I had one rough morning where the wind was a little tough and we had to change some decoys and stuff around, but I don't know. I mean, how much can I teach?
That's true.
I'm only so good of a teacher. Like, I can't impart all of my knowledge into you
in 30 minutes?
In 30 minutes on an easy
It's
hunt.
taking longer to put out the spread than it does to actually hunt a lot of mornings.
Yes.
The other day, I pulled up to the spread at 7:08. I left Knox City about 5 till 7, and I got to the intersection.
Have a nice tall glass of shut the fuck up back there.
I got to the intersection south of town, and I said update, and y'all had killed half a limit, and Josh and them had killed about a half a limit. I got a mile down the road, and Josh and them were done, so I thought I would go over to Andy and then watch them hunt, and I pull up there, and I'm talking to Rustin, and while we're talking, I look down at my phone, I notice you out there with Lou, and I'm like, what the fuck's Andy doing? He's been out there a long time, about 3, 4, 5 minutes, and you weren't in no hurry to get back. I looked down at my phone, and you said, we're done. I was like, son of a bitch.
I'm never in a hurry to get back.
Today, I got to the field, and I watched y'all shoot 7 birds, and y'all were done. And, I mean, it's just been and it's been great. And if we can continue this, we're going to need some front. We're good for a couple of weeks on birds in Texas. We need some fronts. But I am worried about the guys north of us that are relying on a big push of small candidates because I don't know if it's happening.
I saw today Asher and them are in northern Oklahoma. They did pretty good. Lots of Canadas.
I thought he was in the hospital.
Well, he jabbed his eye. God be with him. Peace be with him. Save the eye.
So he still hunted today.
I think he missed today. But either way, the place that they were at put a whooping on the lesser Canadas.
Was that with the guys Rick Forrest and them are coming here?
Blue Stem. With
Okay.
Austin Shag Nasty.
Yeah, Shag Nasty. Okay, that's where they hunted then. Okay. So there are a lot of Canadas up there then.
Either that or, I mean, I don't. They had a good hunt. I don't know
That's
if they
good
got
then.
a lot. I don't know if they got a lot of birds. I don't know what the bird situation is. They had a good hunt today. Were they building up that field for 4 or 5 days? I don't fucking know. They had a good hunt today.
Well, that's good. I just didn't know what the bird population was because it's been a pretty damn mild start to
That's an
winter.
understatement. I just wish
it's 90 fucking degrees today.
I just wish I could keep this feeling all year long. I'm fresh. I'm excited. But I know if we don't get some cold weather, my attitude is going to deteriorate rapidly.
Yeah, I'm hoping Joe Bastardi pulls through. He doubled down on it again today.
It's going to be east of us, Jeff.
No, I know that, but it's going to cut across the Dakotas. We don't have to get cold here. If it gets cold north of here at all,
I don't think it's going to go across as much as you think.
well, I just looked at Minot was going to get pretty damn chilly.
Do-do-do,
Let's look
do-do-do.
at middle of Nebraska. Stapleton, Nebraska
Joe Bastardi.
is 56, 54, 46, 42, 52. That's what I'm saying. There's just no – but they say it's going to be Thanksgiving weekend, so we're still far out on that. Hell, Blake and them have already had snow. Josh, it snowed on Josh when he was up there. So maybe we'll put – you going to put that up there on
I'm
the big
putting it up
screen?
on the big screen, the biggest screen in West Texas. That is going to be east. Minnesota, it's going to be in
That's where it's
eastern
showing
Minnesota.
Alberta and stuff. That's right.
Wisconsin,
No, what day is that on?
that is the 28th, I believe. 10-day.
They say that second deal that's at Alaska is supposed to drop down, though. That right there, they're expecting to come down. God, I sure hope so.
Get a little double punch. Hey, did you see Mike Tyson's going to fight Logan Paul?
Good. I hope he beats Logan Paul's ass.
Finally.
If he beats Mike Tyson,
He's got some shit to talk.
yeah, he does. They're really fun. When are they gonna fight?
I don't know. I can pull that up next, but I was just going to show you that this is east. Way east, Jeff. Way east. But, I mean, that will displace some birds.
I talked to my narcissist
I'm
friend
sure.
Logan Pyatt the other day, and it was snowing on him in Missouri.
Why is he a narcissist?
And he told me today he was a narcissist. So I
But
believe in him.
if that sweeps across, I can't see. If that sweeps across Saskatchewan and everything, it kind of clips Dakotas. But we'll see. Maybe this little thing will be the bird bringer downer. I don't know. All I know is I got prepared for a big winter. Bought a lot of nice clothes, warm clothes.
Oh, are you breaking out your ensemble tomorrow?
Yeah. Good thing it's cooling off because that motherfucker's hot.
Do you want to tell everybody about the ensemble now?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Well,
It's just a tweed suit is all it is.
Andy's going to hunt in a tweed suit tomorrow.
Tweed suit.
Cocksuckers are us.
Jeff, you gotta make everything. This ain't no regular motherfucker.
That's what Snoop Dogg. I'm with Snoop Dogg on this.
Predicts Mike Tyson will KO Logan Paul in the second round.
I hope he knocks his ass out in the first round.
Mike Tyson. How old is Mike Tyson? He's got to be your age, huh?
I think he's older than me even.
Do you think it? So if Logan
55
Paul,
maybe at the most.
if Mike beats the shit out of Logan Paul,
Which he probably will
do you think Jake Paul's like, give this motherfucker to me?
Which
handle
Which
him.
one's Jake?
Jake is the
Who's the-
shittier boxer.
No.
Logan Paul sparred with Mayweather. And now he's got Iron Mike Tyson.
So if the Paul brothers fought, which one's the bigger one?
Logan, I think.
That's the older one or the younger one?
No, I think Logan's older.
Who fought the other day? Fought the white guy or the black guy? Who fought the?
Logan fought Mayweather. Oh, I know who you're thinking about.
One of them just fought.
Yeah,
the
he
other
fought
day.
Tyrone Woodley.
Yes,
Yes,
and
he
then
fought Tyrone Woodley.
and he had to get a tattoo, and he said he'd fight him again if he got a tattoo.
Right.
So this is the guy that fought Tyrone Woodley.
No, this is the guy that fought Mayweather.
Okay. I'm getting them confused now. All right, so
Logan Paul doesn't have tattoos. Jake Paul is tatted up everywhere.
Okay, so Jake's the one that whooped David Woodley or whatever his name is.
Tyrone Woodley.
Okay.
Yes. He whooped
And he whooped
40-year-old wrestler that
and-
hadn't won a UFC fight in 5 years.
Yeah, and then is he also the one that beat up the basketball player?
Yes.
Okay, knocked his ass out.
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson. Okay.
Knocked the
And now
dust off
Tyson's
of
fighting
his
the
ass.
other one.
Yep.
I wonder how much money that's paying them guys.
Oh, fuck, a bunch. A bunch.
I thought Tyson and Holyfield were going to fight again.
Maybe that's going to be his tune-up fight. Mike Tyson confirms return to boxing. Oh, you motherfucking ads.
Against YouTube's.
We need your consent.
Just agree.
I'm not agreeing to shit, Jeff. That's how you get your information hacked. And I got a lot of information that I don't want out. Fight in February. Him and Logan going at it. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Because Iron Mike, he's a fucking animal.
Yeah, he bit fucking Holyfield's ear.
And when you ignite that fire,
That inner beast.
hold your hat.
I can't imagine that. And you know, it's somebody like me is one that'll buy the fight just because I want to see it.
Oh, yeah.
I want Tyson to whip his ass. That is bad that we've got the only boxers I know of right now are Fury and Wilder,
Yep.
Mike Tyson, the Paul brothers, Evander Holyfield, and Mayweather. I don't know anybody else that fights. Danny Canelo, what's his name? The Mexican.
Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, and that's it. I don't know anybody else fighting anymore.
He was taking a shot at Mayweather, saying no way he would ever fight me. Which he shouldn't. Mayweather's old and retired, and Canelo's in his prime. Like, why would he want to fight you?
Oh, so Canelo is young and in his prop?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Canelo's at the top of his game right now.
Is there another big fight coming between Holyfield or what's his name? The guys that fought Fury and Wilder. Are they done?
I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you. His actual name is Saul.
57, 1-2.
31 years old. Yeah, I mean, he's
Worth 140 million. But who's he going to fight now?
He's only 5 foot tall. Pfft, put that motherfucker across from me.
He'd beat your fucking
Jeff, I
lips
got
off.
the reach on him.
Yeah. Well, he's fucking weighs that. What does he weigh?
I don't know.
Weighs 152 centimeters or something. I guess that's how tall he is. Well, it's over to the right, and you done.
Was it?
Yeah, you can see it right on the bottom. Height, reach, weights.
That says he's 5'7.5". Why
Yeah.
the other one say 5 foot?
Well, fuck, I don't know.
Wikipedia, get your shit together.
So now you don't want to fight him.
I don't want to fight him. He's gonna get in on me. Boxing, there's his reach, 70 and a half
I
inches.
asked how much he weighed.
Do we have a tape measure out here?
What do you want to know?
I want to know how much my reach is.
It's not. That some bitch would beat your fucking ass.
No tape measure?
No, nobody's. Who the hell is our assistant? You think that's running? Do we see anybody?
Tony.
Yeah. Well, Hop Singh's not here either.
I didn't know if Tony had a tape measure that was handy.
No, but the boxing's dead. I mean, it is. UFC has killed it, and I don't even know the UFC guys hardly anymore. I mean, it's nice to have someone you don't like to watch to fight to.
And that's
root
what the
against
Paul
them.
brothers have done.
They have. They've given something to hope
They're a
somebody whip
heel.
their ass. That's right. But in the UFC, who's the heel now?
I don't know. Everybody loves everybody. Conor McGregor probably. Canelo's weight is around 175 pounds.
He's pretty. Andy, he'd beat the fuck out of you.
Shit.
He's a big boy.
I take back what I said about my Mexican friend.
Yeah.
Lightning
That's-
fucking quick, too.
That's probably about what Sugar Ray Leonard used to fight at. Middleweight, Marvin Hagler. That's probably that weight.
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray Leonard. Weight division.
I just wish it would just pop up the answer right away. Instead of making me go search
You didn't
for it.
ask what he weighed.
Weight division. Where the
Weight division. You should say Sugar Ray Leonard's fighting weight is what you should have put down.
168. So, yeah, same.
Yeah, same type deal. He was a bad dude. He was a good dude, too.
He's all shredded up. Holy moly.
He had eye problems.
Well, yeah, he got fucking punched in him for a living, Jeff.
Yep, that's right.
He's got some good-looking teeth, though.
They're fake.
Well, it's all right. A lot of shit.
I'll tell you the
fake out
badass
there.
was Marvin Hagler.
Marvin Hagler.
Yeah, they think that Marvin Hagler was in the CIA or something. Anyway, he was a assassin.
Huh?
You just look it up and it'll come up.
Marvin Hagler, CIA. Well, he's dead now, Jeff.
I understand that. He died from COVID, they said. I think the government had him taken out.
Because of what he knew about the...
I don't know. That's just that's the story on him that he...
Marvelous Marvin Hagler, COVID-19 conspiracy.
This was before all that.
I don't know.
Anyways, he was a bad dude, too. There's a lot of good fighters then. That little Mexican guy named Roberto Duran was a badass.
Mm-hmm. Some people say, I guess was he in a fight that killed somebody?
Roberto Duran, yeah. Sudu Kim or Young Du Kim or, God dang it, just saw it the other day.
Hector Camacho.
Do what now?
Oh, what is that?
No, it was Young Du Kim or... It was something Du Kim was his name as a Korean kid, South Korean.
No opponent. Duran died in the ring. I know. God damn.
Look up boxer killed in ring by Roberto Duran.
I mean, you would figure that you put Roberto Duran
Well,
kill
it's
in
not
ring.
going to.
We've got to find a better fucking search engine. This is ridiculous.
Well, it's a lot of times it's the person that's doing it.
Huh?
Put Young Hu Kim or Young Du Kim who died. It'll come up. Did you see it?
Looking.
What'd you look up this time?
Roberto Duran
I said
kills
put up
boxer.
Young Du Kim.
How the fuck do I spell
just-
Young Du Kim?
Young Du
Roberto
Kim.
Duran tells story behind the No Moss bout.
That's not the same fight. That's the fight with Sugar
So-
Ray Leonard. Go back to go start it up again. Okay, go to the top. All right. Young Du Kim. No,
Good
don't
Lord.
do. Why do you keep doing Roberto Duran? It ain't coming up with shit.
Young
Tony.
Du Kim?
Yeah.
Okay, there's Young Du Kim
Okay,
right there.
now-
Who the fuck is Young Du Kim? PhD,
Boxer.
College of Engineering and
Boxer.
Natural Science.
Boxer.
Jesus Christ.
It's not Young Do Kim, but it's something like that. Remember Dooku Kim. There you go. There it is right there. We looked up what I said to look up. Boom, there it is.
I don't see anything.
When he was in wait, you just go back up. You fucking going past it. Up. Right there. Ray Mancini. Boom Boom Mancini is the one that killed him.
Oh, not Roberto Duran?
Nope.
So Roberto Duran was in the No Moss fight?
Yes, against Sugar Ray Leonard. He had 2 steaks and some orange juice, and he got cramps real bad. And he said, "No moss, no moss."
Roberto Duran did?
Yeah, that's the yeah. He ate 2 steaks or something. I can't. It's been a long time ago, but that was the story back then. I'm getting old. I don't remember as much as I used to.
So what happened in this fight?
The guy he just got punch drunk and it killed him. He had a hematoma and it killed him.
Ray Mancini?
Yeah, well, no, Ray Mancini's the one that killed him.
I know. Dooku Kim.
Yeah, that's it.
Boom Boom Mancini.
Yeah, he was badass too.
Boom Boom was?
Yeah. It was in 1982.
Did you watch that fight?
I don't remember if I watched. I've seen it on video before. I know that it changed boxing though a lot after that. There wasn't they changed their bout rounds from 15 to 12 rounds. I think the gloves either become more padded or not, and they changed a lot of things about it.
Did he died in the hospital, didn't he?
Yes,
He didn't die like in the ring.
He stood up and he passed out, and they took him to the hospital, and he died that next day or 2 or 3. It was a bad deal.
It was a 14th round. It was supposed to be an easy fight. It was supposed to be something of an exhibition, and from the beginning, you could see it was much more.
Yeah, it was real personal.
Both fights, and they're both coming forward. Neither's going to concede any step. Huh. It haunted me. Well, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that'd bother you forever.
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a bad deal. All right, we got to get off here. We got to go scouting anyways.
Sounds good.
Scouting. Have another podcast tomorrow with the Dive Bomb Boys. They're going to be here tonight. Steaks at 6. Scouting now. Thanks for listening.
Go check out all of our sponsors. Check out Shin Gear Waders, Steak Plains Meat, Eyesight Drone Service, Bangtail Whiskey, Goose Creek Retrievers, Gundog Outdoors, Looking Glass Duck Club Podcast, Stanfield Hunting Outfitters, Lucky Duck, Dirty Duck Coffee, Dive Bomb Industries, Boss Shot Shells, and Pacific Calls.